everyone, good day. I'm here to teach you, of course, the basics of PHP once again, now with the use of Bootstrap, okay, and plus we'll be having an admin side, okay. I'll teach you how to create an admin side and the client side of it, okay. So this is the first step on how you can create that one. Make sure your localhost server is up. I am using SAMP. You may use other localhost servers like WAMP and whatsoever. Okay, so let's start. I'll open my this PC and then C SAMP if you're using WAMP, choose it. htdocs if you are using WAMP, it's www. And from here, let's create my folder. And I will name my folder, let's say, what name must I put? Yeah. This must be, let's say, tutorial 2. Okay, my second tutorial 2. So it's like this, tutorial 2. Okay, now inside this folder, I'll open it and create another folder. I name this database. Okay, I am doing this all the time, right? Naming my folder inside a folder. I name it database. Okay, that's it. So I am using Sublime. So let me open my folder. You can use any editing IDs, okay, like Notepad++ and Notepad if you want it. So this is my tutorial too. Now I'll open PHP. Make sure, yeah, something like this. And close this one, and right from here I can save. Make sure you are saving in HDocs. Now tutorial 2, right, tutorial 2, and let me magnify. Tutorial 2 database, inside the database, because we are dealing with the database now. We're about to create a database. So localhost, yeah, tutorial 2, yeah, database. Save as type must be all types or all files, and I'll name this one database.php. Okay, I'll save and close my window, my magnifier here. So to start this, I can type in .con, okay, which you can name in whatever name you want. Okay, I'll not go through this anymore because this has been discussed in my previous tutorial. Root and password. So I'll put the link in the description so you can follow that on how to create database and whatsoever. Create table inside it, the fields. So this time let's create database, and the name of the database is let's say TDB, tutorial DB. Okay, TDB. Now I'll run this by $data, let's say MySQL underscore query. Okay, I'll call the connection, I'll call the SQL. That's it. Okay. Now I can run this right away by typing localhost slash tutorial 2. That's my name of my folder. Inside it I have a database folder, and I'll call the file, which is the database.php. So yeah, it does not return anything, so meaning there's no error. We are creating TDB, so let me magnify this one. Okay, TDB. Okay, and then refresh. Let's see if TDB comes out. Yeah, there we go, TDB. Here, no folders yet, or no tables yet. That's what I mean. No tables yet. Yeah, let me close this one. Yeah, no tables yet inside the TDB. So I can create a new file, open PHP, close PHP, and then $con is equal to MySQL underscore connect. Okay. Now I can save this again, tutorial 2 database. Okay, and I'll name this one users.php. Users.php. Save as type must be all files or all types. Okay. Now inside this one, let's type localhost. Make sure the spelling's right. Root password, and the fourth parameter is the name of my database, which is TDB. Okay, and then I'll call the query, which is I want to create a table named users. Okay, in closing parentheses, semicolon here. Inside the opening closing parentheses, I'll be typing u underscore id. It's an int, which will have, let's say, 255 digits. Let's say unsigned primary key auto underscore increment. Okay. Let's say first name varchar. Yeah, there we go. 255 last name. So varchar also. Let's say 255 username and password. Username, of course. So varchar again 255 and password. Password. There we go. It's a varchar again. Varchar. Okay, 255. Okay, and then let's run this one. $data MySQL underscore query $con $SQL. Okay, semicolon. Okay, users.php inside the database folder. So I'll just type in again. Let me magnify for a while. Okay, let's call localhost / tutorial2 / database, and the name of the file is users.php. So this one will create a table. Okay, no errors returned. So if I'll be clicking on the TDB again, okay, we can see the users table, and let me close this magnifier. Yeah, the users table, and I can check the structure. Let's see. So UID, first name, last name, username, and password. Okay, so I can close the tabs now. Okay, I'll let this one open so we can check our table from time to time. Now I'll be creating a new file, open PHP and close PHP. Okay, I'll be first making the admin side. Okay, the admin side. Okay, so make sure it's on tutorial2, not inside the database, because we are not dealing, okay, not inside the database, because we're not dealing with database anymore. We're dealing with the admin side. Come on. So let's say admin.php. Admin.php, save as type is all types or all files if you're using Sublime like me. Let me close this folder or magnifier. Yeah. Now, right after the closing, okay, the closing PHP, we can start with our HTML. So let's just type in doctype HTML. Yeah. Open HTML. Close HTML. We are using Bootstrap, or we will use Bootstrap. So head. Let's say, yeah, I still need a style, and the body system. Yeah, man. Body. There we go. Control S. Now, since we are using Bootstrap, okay, let's set it up first. So I have my Bootstrap here. Oh yeah, it's already here. Bootstrap 3. I'll copy all the 3 folders and paste this into my local disk C, SAMP, htdocs, okay, and tutorial2. Inside tutorial2, I'll just paste those 3 folders. Okay, that's basically how to set up, okay, Bootstrap. Now, to call Bootstrap, inside the head, I can actually start this by opening my title tag. Okay, this is my admin side. Okay, and right below this one, I'll call the CSS. So link. Oh, let me start again. href. Okay, so CSS bootstrap. That's CSS. Check your spelling. Rel. Let this be a style. There we go. Save this one. Now inside the body, I can open mine with a div class. Let's say it's a container because I want to have border, right? In Bootstrap, container means you are providing users borders on both the left side and the right side. Okay, so I'll close the div. Okay, anything that we must see inside the browser must go in between of these two divs, of course inside the body tag. Okay, so let's start by having my form. Okay, opening and closing form. Let me indent this one. Okay, let's have a method of post. Okay, this is an admin side, but it still needs improvements like login, and we'll go through that as my session goes, maybe in the next tutorials to come. So let's say I'll open table right here, close the table below, yeah, just inside the form. Okay, so we have a table here, so meaning we'll open with tr and closing tr. In between of the opening and closing tr, I'll be opening td and closing td. Okay, in between of the opening and closing td, let's have a great lesson sign input type. Yeah, I'm just designing that. Text name. I'll ask for the first name. Okay, then let's just have placeholder. Let me make this smaller. Yeah. Placeholder. Let's say, yeah, first name. The most important here is this one, half name, because this will be called in PHP later on. So I'll just copy from the opening tr to the closing tr, including the t's in between. So this will be my L name. Okay, let's just change the placeholder to last name. Okay, and then of course it will ask for username. So text again. Let this be a u name. Okay, and then let's say this is my username. Username. There we go. Let my and be small there. Okay. Paste this again. Input type. Let this be a password. Okay. And placeholder, of course, password. Name. Let this be B-word. There we go. Save. And then one more time. Opening and closing TD. Input type. This must be submit. Okay. Name. Let's say sub. Okay, and no placeholder. This will be a value. Okay, value. Let's say add to that. Add data. Let's say add data. Okay, remove this excess. Yeah, there we go. Now, since we are using Bootstrap, we must somehow use its potential. So let's have a class on each and every input. Okay, before the greater than sign. Let's type in form control. Okay, this is a Bootstrap class, so basically it will automatically design. Okay, form control class form control. Okay, class form control. And now here I can have class, since this is a button, so btn. These may provide several colors. In my case, I'll use success. You may also use info, danger, what else? Warning, of course. So mine is success. So let me see if I'll be running this one. The admin, so localhost slash. Okay, let me magnify so that you may see. Localhost tutorial 2 slash admin.php. So there, see, let me make this smaller. Yeah, so add data. So we have these here, and I may also type in, okay, form control here, form control, okay, space. So I just added in the class. Okay, I just added it. So let me refresh. Yeah. So there we go. See, now let's just put it a bit in the center, or right in the center. Okay, so before the form tag, let's just open center, and then right after the form tag here, let me close the center. Okay, center tag, save. Let's see what will happen. Okay, so there we go. So first name, last name, username, and password. Okay, so uh, I'm done here. Take a look at this. F name, L name, U name, P word, and sub. Okay. So right on the top right, we have open PHP tag. So let's first call the connection, in which you'll type in manually SQLite connect. So there we go. Localhost, the root, okay, the password, and of course the TDB, which is your database name. And we'll type in if is set $_post, because the method is post, opening and closing square brackets. Is that a term? Yeah, I guess so. Sub, okay, and then opening curly brace and closing curly braces. So there we go. Now we will call each and every name. Okay, so F name, L name, U name, and P word, and store it in a variable. So you can name your variable on whatever name you want. So in my case, I'll just call $array, $_post, and let this be F name. Yeah, there we go. F name. Okay, I'll do the same for the others. So $B. Okay, this is my L name. Okay, and then $C. $C. We have U name. Okay, and of course P word. Now you might be wondering, what is this sub word right here? Well, this is the name of our button. Okay, our submit button. See, sub. Okay, so right after this one, we can open SQL and tell the compiler what do you want to do. So this one I'll be insert into users, which is the name of our table. Okay, so the fields that will be affected: first underscore name, see this one, last underscore name, username, and password. So we're just calling those names: last underscore name, username, and password. See, okay, I can actually enter, so that values, what must be stored. So inside these single quotations, so $A, which is this one. Okay, and the next one, the last name is $B. See this one, L name is $B. Okay, the username is $C. See this one, U name, because we named this input field here U name. Okay, so it will actually get the user inputs and store it in the database. So $D. Okay, this must be letter D. Okay, password must be letter D. Of course, to make this happen, $data MySQLi underscore query. Let's call the connection. Let's call the SQL. Okay. Semicolon. Save this one. Okay. So let's try it. So admin side. I'll refresh this one. First name. Let's say Brian. Last name is Amanda. Username is Bry. Password is 12345. Add. Okay. And if you'll check this, browse. See, Brian, Amanda, Bry, 12345. The password, as you can see, is you can clearly see the password, which we do not like. So as of now, we'll just use MD5. So to do that, the password is this one. So we'll just type in MD5. Okay, and then opening parentheses, and just before the semicolon, let's close the parentheses. So let's save this. Okay, and first I'll empty, first that's one, TDB, yeah, here, TDB. Now I'll empty my table, click empty, and then OK. Admin side, I'll type Brian again, Brian, Amanda, okay, username is Bry, password is 12345, add, okay, and then as I check my users table here, you can see that the password is already in hash. Okay, so it's MD5. Okay, so let me close my magnifier. So that's basically our admin side. We'll store everything in the database, and the client side will receive those stored. But of course, we do not want the client side to receive the password. So we'll just basically have first name, last name, and username to be the output in our password. So to do that, to be the output in our client rather. So to do that, let's have opening PHP and closing PHP, another file. Let's just Control S and save this one. Inside the tutorial to save as type must be all types or all files if you're using Sublime like me, and this will be my client.php. Okay, client.php. I'll be saving this. Okay, so we have it. Let me close my magnifier. Now I'll call the connection equals MySQLi underscore connect. And let this be a local host. The parameters are four parameters. So localhost, root, the password, and the fourth parameter is TDB, which is our database name. Okay, so we'll leave it here, and let's call the connection. No, let's tell PHP what we want to do. So we want to select all, so asterisk, from what's the name of our table, so users. Okay, so I'm saying this is just the basic, so we'll go through, sessions, okay, to control the data that is coming. So as of now, we'll select all, okay, without any where clause. So to output this one, $data MySQLi underscore query, let's call the connection, let's call the SQL. So yeah, we have it here. Now our goal is basically to, you know, output everything. Okay, output everything in the client side except for the password. So I'll teach you a new parameter, or no, a condition in PHP, which is while. Inside the while, I'll declare a variable. Let's say show, because I want to show, okay, data, which you can change, on whatever name you want. MySQLi underscore fetch. We want to store our data into an array, so MySQLi underscore fetch underscore array. Okay, let me close that, and opening and closing parentheses again. Now we'll copy this one, $data. So basically, MySQLi fetch array will get whatever result, okay, of our query. Okay, comma MySQLi underscore pass. Okay, since this is a while, okay, we opening and closing, curly braces. So let's go back to our table. As you can see, we have the table that has columns UID, first name, last name, and username. So these are what we are calling, okay, when we use while. Okay, when we use while, we will call data based on the name of the columns. So let's have, without any design first. So let's have $show, okay, and then let's echo it. So echo $show, and then let's show the first name underscore name. Okay, so let's do that. So let's go to our client side. So to do that, let's magnify. Okay, and I'll be typing in localhost slash, okay, tutorial2 slash client.php. Okay, and let me close my magnifier. As you can see, it is showing Brian, which is basically the first name that I have here. So I can also show, echo $show the last name. Okay, so let's say last underscore name. So you can see client side, refresh this, and Brian Umanda. Okay, so we'll just organize this first. Okay, we'll just organize. So above this opening PHP, I can actually start my doc type. doc type HTML. Okay, and I'll open my HTML. Okay, close it below. Okay, and then head and close head. Title and close title. This is my client side. Okay, and then I'll call Bootstrap since we'll design everything from Bootstrap. So link href css bootstrap.me.css rel message style sheet. Okay, there we go. Now after this we can go to style if you want to edit something else without using Bootstrap. Just prepare that one, and then body. Okay, and I'll close the body right before HTML closes. Yeah, so basically, yeah. Now after the body, I love to do this one, div class, give this container class, and right before the body closes, let's close that div. So now we're ready to design our output. Now many of us love to go to W3 schools. Yeah, I'll teach you that. Okay, specifically in HTML. So some are saying, yeah, I want to get a table Bootstrap, okay, in W3 schools. So W3C, W3 schools. So Bootstrap, CS table reference. So we have it here. Okay, I can choose this one. Is this the right one? I guess. While it's loading, let's just wait. Yeah. So basically we have it here. CSS tables, Bootstrap table, Bootstrap table, Bootstrap, Bootstrap table. Okay, W3 schools, W4. Okay, so yeah, W3 schools. So we have it here. I can actually click on. Uh, I think I like this one. Okay, try it yourself. I have it. It's opening in an editor now. For example, I want to copy paste this and combine this with my PHP. So I'll start everything from the table class that we have here. So opening table up to the closing table. So I have it here. Okay. Now inside the while, I can actually paste that. And as you can see, it provides us a weird color. This is because HTML is being combined in PHP, not in a proper way. So to do this, let's just echo, okay, and do an opening quotation mark and closing table here, closing quotation mark and semicolon. Now, I'll change this one into single quotation mark. That's how we do it. Okay. So basically, if I'll save this one and run again on the client side, you can see that first name, last name, email, right? Bootstrap, yeah, Bootstrap. Okay, and as you can see, yeah, there we go. First name, last name, email. Let's edit this one. So we want to have first name, last name, and the title. Let's say username. You know, we just want to show the username. Okay, and as you can see here, the T body, it's already, giving us, yeah, John Doe, John at example.com. So John Doe, John at example.com. So meaning these specific lines from 33 to 37 is pertaining to a single row. Okay, so we only need that. So actually we can delete the other TRs, okay, before the T body closes. So just retain this one. Okay, and actually I can close this here. Okay, no. I want to make this, appear this way. Now, of course, we do not want these values because we must reference it from our database. So to do that, okay, remember $show. You'll type in $show. Okay, that $show. Let me fix my keyboard. $show, and opening and closing. This is my first underscore name. Okay, echo $show. We have it. Can we show it like this? I think no. Because why? $show. Why? Okay. How to do this one? I have an idea. Just close this with a quotation mark, and let me echo again. This provide me the same thing. Yeah, there we go. So no values yet. So yeah, I'll just separate this one. Okay, and then of course I'll make this one by one. Okay, so echo again. Okay, so we'll type in between, right? So this will be a venue for my echo $show, and I can show my first name. First underscore name. So I'll just repeat. Control C again. Replace this one. This will be my last underscore name. Okay. And last, overwrite this one, and this will be my username. Take note, we are calling our column names, right? So I'll echo this again. Echo. Okay. And then so I just divided it into several divisions, but it will output the same thing. Okay. Just to separate PHP. Okay, so if I'll be running this one, okay, I know it's not the best technique, but sometimes code like this, poor me. Okay, so something like this. So Brian, Mandap, username is Bri. So on the admin side, let's say Leia. Let's say Umanda. Username is Leia Umanda. Okay, password is 12345. Add data. Okay, refresh my client. Okay, so Leia Umanda. But this is not what we want. Okay, so yeah, this is not what we want, so I will just make this outside the while, right? Because each and every time we'll output another data, it will also output the header. So that's why it repeats. So see, first name, last name, username. We only want to appear this once. So I can cut this. Okay, I cut from the opening echo up to the quotation mark and semicolon, and paste this above while. Okay, so we have it here, and also this one I can make this after, okay, a closing curly brace. Okay, now let me just fix this. There we go. Refresh, see what happens. So oh, why? Because that's why. Because this DR, I'm really sorry, must be inside here. Okay. Okay, must be inside here, and this one must end quotation mark and semicolon. Same thing. This one must be inside here, quotation mark and semicolon, and then I'll echo this again. Echo. So there. I think. So there we go. Brian Mandap Bry. So let's add one more time. Sample. Essa. Let's say sample. Okay, and I'll refresh this one. So yeah, so basically that's how you deal with, inserting the data in a database and showing it in your client side. Okay, so thank you so much and God bless.